Hi everyone, it's Don once again with another video for you. This is video number 127. Today I'm out here at Edna's. I got a few things to show you about Edna's. Some people will consider it good news, some will consider it bad news. I'm out on the motorcycle having a good time riding around, and I've shot some new video on it. I'll share that with you at the end of the video. So what's in store with this video? Well, I take a look at the Franklin Recreation Center. It's almost open. Dabney, Lake Denham, Eastport, lots happening there. Middleton, and a few other places. I hope you enjoy it, so let's get going. For those of you who don't know where Edna's is, it's right here in the middle of the village of Marsh Bend, right by the Lowlands Executive Course, and it's right at the head of the Hogeye Preserve walking trail. Edna's is certainly one of the more unique features in the villages. Instead of having a restaurant there are several food trucks. The only permanent building is the bar, and of course the restrooms, and the starter shack for the golf course. It's kind of unique in that they can change out the food whenever they need to by simply changing the truck. I've been there many times and eaten at all the food trucks that have been there. Never been disappointed. It's always been really tasty food. Which brings us to what's coming next. In the past week, plans were revealed for changing Edna's. They're going to take away all the food trucks and they're going to put in a new restaurant. You can see the drawing here. I'll turn it around for you. And the yellow is where the new restaurant is going. The blue is where Edna's currently is. I know some people will be really excited about this, and others will be upset because they really like the food trucks. What really makes this hard to understand is this statement that was made at the evening with the developer about 2 weeks ago.
So one of the things that you'll find, we took a dive into food trucks as an example.
Sure.
over at Edna's, and that turned out to be quite successful, and what a great setting that is. And then,
So are you as confused as I am now? Is this successful? If it's successful, why change it? Who knows? Not my business decision to make, it's theirs. One thing is certain, though, when they start construction work, this whole area is going to be a real mess because they're tearing out all the utilities, the drain lines, the electricity, water, and all that in the courtyard for the food trucks and building a new restaurant. Please take a minute to reflect on this next segment of the video. Let's move just a little bit to the southeast to Magnolia Plaza, where the new 7-Eleven is being built. The new 7-Eleven is complete. Everything's done on the exterior, all the pumps are in, everything's ready to go. There's only one problem. The shelves are empty. They haven't stocked anything. The store itself is not ready to open. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the problem is. Just like the new Wawa going in Wildwood, this is just another gas station and convenience store. But the big deal here is, it's the only one south of 44 that's golf cart accessible. They have updated the pumps. They now carry non-ethanol, regular, unleaded gasoline. Even though it says diesel, the red handle is the one you want to use. Don't use this one with the green handle. It's still diesel. Even though both pumps say diesel, this one is diesel, the other one is unleaded. And last time I tried to fly through this, I think I'll give it another shot. Well, that was easy. Let's turn around and do it again. Here we go. Hope they don't turn on the water. Okay, some of you may have figured out that I didn't actually fly through here. I walked through with the GoPro. It and I are waterproof. The drone is not. And I didn't feel like taking chances with it. Let's face it, we're not as young as we once were. Climbing those old-fashioned attic stairs to get the Christmas decorations down or to stow those family treasures is just too dangerous. Magic stairs is the safer alternative. Real steps with safety rails at a safer angle and safety rails in the attic provide the safest attic access available. Having troubles getting things to and from the attic? The Magic Attic Lift can be there to help. Designed by Village's resident Ron Berner, every Magic Stairs and Magic Attic Lift is custom built in their Ocala, Florida factory and installed by their technicians. Why take chances? For less than the cost of one emergency room visit, you can have Magic Stairs installed in your home. Magic Stairs, the safer, more convenient alternative. This is another Then and Now segment. This time we're going to look at the village of Chatty. Yes, the videos are about 3 years difference. I can't believe it. I remember when Chatty was being built. It seems like just yesterday. In this first shot, I'm backing away from the postal station and recreation area. You can see on the left side that there were only a few houses under construction. And now everything is done. All the homes are complete. Many of them have pools now that originally didn't. I've received many questions about why people build pools here when we have over 100 public pools available. I own a pool. I put one in a couple of years ago. It's one of those personal preferences that we all have to make. Personally, I like being able to go for a swim early in the morning or late in the evening, something you can't do at a public pool. I've heard it said that there are two different kinds of pool owners. Those that will always have a pool and those that swear they'll never have another pool. I'm in the former group of pool owners. Going through the middle of the village of Chatty is a set of high-voltage power lines. They made good use of the land underneath it. Somehow they got permission from the power company to put in these golf cart paths. It's very unusual the power companies relent on something like this. Chatty only has one entrance, and that's at its south end, right along Morse Boulevard. This intersection has been problematic for some. It takes a while sometimes to get out when traffic is pretty busy. The multimodal path continues all the way up into the village of Bradford, where it parallels Morse Boulevard until Morse ends at the traffic circle at Megison Road. The flight software operating the drone has difficulty recreating the quick 180-degree turns that it makes when it turns around. As we fly north along the power lines, here's a quick message from the segment sponsor, Murphy Bed & Office.
So you're looking for a Murphy bed. Well, we offer Murphy beds, yes, but we offer something very unique. We offer quality, aesthetics that enhance your home, enhance your lifestyle. We've got all wood veneers, period. Dovetail construction on the drawers, full extension slides on the drawers. Nobody will beat our quality, nobody will beat our service, but again, it's all about lifestyle and aesthetics for your beautiful home. Murphy Office.
Last year, the power company replaced all these poles with taller, larger poles in anticipation of expanding the service going to the south end of the county. This is the main feed feeding the south end of Sumter County along this power corridor, going through Chatty. Like most villages at this age, Chatty is now pretty much complete with all the secondary construction and the extensive landscaping work that people do on their yards, and people are starting to settle into a nice routine here and enjoy life here in the villages. These Then and Now segments have proven themselves to be very popular. Let me know in the comments section of an area you'd like me to do for a Then and Now segment in the next video, number 128. I have most of the area south of 44, but nothing north of 44. Let's head just north of the village of Richmond, where the VIP garages are being built, and see how they're progressing. So the VIP garages are not Village's property, but they're adjacent to it. But they are being built by a Village's resident. Here's what I can tell you about them. Each unit is 2,500 square feet. Each unit has 2 roll-up doors. Each unit has a bathroom, air conditioning, and an office space, and a separate man door into the garage area. These 50 by 50 garage spaces are being built for that individual with a special need, perhaps a car collection or boat collection or other items that require a large area for storage that may not be available in their village's home. As we go inside, you can see the units are quite large. There are 2 split units for air conditioning in each unit. There's a deep sink with lots of space for just about anything you want to do here. You'll find the contact information for VIP garages in the description for this video.
Mitsubishi Electric cooling and heating systems give you the control to adjust the temperature room by room. So it's always comfortable in the living room, bedroom, rooms with ducts, rooms without ducts, rooms with all ducts, old rooms, and smart ones.
Mitsubishi Electric. Make yourself comfortable.
The next stop is to the south end of Richmond and the north end of St. John's, where the Okahumpka Rec Center is located. Actually, we're not going to look at Okahumpka Rec Center yet. We're going to look at where the restaurant Harry and the Natives is scheduled to be built. According to the newspaper, it's supposed to be open by the 4th quarter of this year. As you can see, it's still a construction site. The parking lot only has the base coat of asphalt in preparation for heavy equipment being moved in this area. After the heavy work is done, then they'll put the friction coat on, and it'll look much nicer. Building a restaurant on a location such as this adjacent to water has its own special environmental issues. They want to make sure that food and grease don't get into the water from the restaurant and contaminate it or bring unwanted pests in the area. These concerns take extra time to address and can slow the construction of the building. The Okahumpka Rec Center is a very beautiful rec center on a very beautiful location with a great view. However, Okahumpka is a very shallow lake, so it has a problem with aquatic plant growth. As you can see in these images, it's quite dense and it's very difficult to get through. I'm not sure how well adapted this is going to be for paddle boating and kayaking as the vegetation continues to build up and invade this area. But we'll see how that works out in the near future, I'm sure. As I back away, you'll get a much better view for how dense this vegetation is in the water. This vegetation is either on the surface or right below it, and it's quite thick. Not something I'd like to fall into. Between the vegetation and the alligators in this lake, not this kid, sorry. Once again, this is a beautiful facility on a beautiful lake, but I just have my doubts about the viability of kayaking on this mess. Next up is the Coleman Ridge area. This is just to the west of Hammock at Finney and on the east side of US 301, just south of the city of Coleman. The south end of Coleman Ridge is the Marjorie O'Toole industrial area, and on the north side is the residential properties for Coleman Ridge. These are intended to be for families, not the age-restricted community of the villages, similar to what's in Middleton. For the last several weeks, they've been laying in utilities for the residential properties. Here's a close-up of what that looks like. The blue pipes are potable water, and the purple pipes are irrigation, or reclaimed water. Even though several hundred homes are planned for this area, there's still a large area of wetlands being preserved in Coleman Ridge. Also, just like Middleton, Coleman Ridge is its own community development district, being administered by the district staff. If you look carefully at the ground, you'll see the outline of the residential streets being laid out already. Just south of the residential area is scheduled to be a large commercial property area that will be along US 301 that's being rerouted away from downtown Coleman. I'll fly to the south end now of the Marjorie O'Toole industrial area.
Hi, I'm Jeff Monash with Village Air Filters. Are you tired of wasting money on throwaway paper air filters? I can save you money with my lifetime permanent washable air filters. Just buy it once and never buy another air filter again. Rinse it out and then just slide it right back in. My filters are custom made in the US and they have a lifetime warranty. give me a call at 352-388-1230 or visit my website at villageairfilters.com.
Adjacent to the south end of the Marjorie O'Toole industrial area is the Dixie Mines. These lakes that you see here are old mines that are played out, whereas this one here with the two drag lines shown is a relatively new pit. It's not very deep. They'll blast here and then they'll use the drag lines to haul out the wet limestone and they'll set it to the side to allow it to dry. They do wet mining in this area because the water table is so high. The limestone they pull out of this mine is used for road beds. They put it underneath the asphalt to stabilize the ground. This is not the mine that is south of the village of Finney. That's the Ash Grove mine. I didn't get over to there yet. I recently had a chance to go to one of these mines and watch them do some blasting. I went to the CEMEX plant down in Center Hill. This is the blasting site. Here they're also mining the lime rock. You can see the tubes sticking up out of the ground here. This is where the explosives are. They coordinate the explosions so that they can control the direction that the blast wave propagates in the ground and minimize its effect. The explosions are also timed so that the vibrations cancel each other out. After the charges are detonated, they use the drag line once again to pull out all the lime rock and allow it to dry before shipping it off for use. Florida Statutes 330.41 subparagraph 4 prohibits me from flying over a mine. It's considered critical infrastructure, but I did get this with my cell phone. Okay, I admit it. It was kind of cool watching this blow up, and I was kind of envious of the guy in charge. He gets to blow up stuff for a living. What a job, huh? Now we'll take a look at the intersection of 470 and 501. This is the area that's been shut down and everything's been detoured around. This is what they were doing. The new asphalt is a section of road that was just built. They've made it turn a little bit to the left and connect to the traffic circle. Also coming in off the left side is County Road 470. It's a good bet that a lot of traffic is going to go down 470 instead of continuing on Central Parkway just to avoid all the traffic circles and traffic. This is the Gibson wastewater treatment plant and electrical substation that's just been built. The new high school is at the top of the screen, and this is the village of Moultrie Creek. You can see the residential roads are already being laid in. Winding through Moultrie Creek is the Shallow Creek Championship Golf Course that's currently under construction. Just about everything you can see is owned by the villages and will eventually be part of the development. As we continue to rotate to the north, Central Parkway and Eastport come into view. The area in the center of the screen is where one of several executive golf courses are being built. Where the excavators are working is where they're digging the hole for the 1-kilometer lake that will be part of Eastport. Here's the island where the stands will be in Eastport, and this will be basically the waterfront downtown area. We'll get a closer look at Eastport in this next segment coming up. We'll move just a little bit to the north of our current location and take a look at Eastport and things happening there. This is the west end of Central Lake. You can see the excavators all working to continue to build this massive lake. Where all this dirt is going at this point is beyond me, but there's a lot of it. Now we'll head east towards the island and downtown Eastport. You can see the plastic liner still being installed in the lake bed. They've built an earthen bridge from the north side of the lake to the island so the equipment can get over to it and build the man-made bridge that's going to go on the south side of the island. This is the main waterfront area where the focus of the entertainment will be at. Coming up is the intersection of Bar Boulevard and Central Parkway. The paved area coming into view is the parking lot for what appears to be a new Village's health facility, and just beyond it is where the driving range is going to be. On the right side of Bar Boulevard will be a bank, and next to it, right here, will be a golf cart store. Coming into view is the lake that will be for radio-controlled boats. The whole Eastport project is a massive undertaking. It's going to be interesting to watch it as it develops over the next 1.5 to 2 years. This is Bexley Trail coming into view, and from this traffic circle all the way up to Sawgrass Grove is just a hair over 2 miles.
Looking for that perfect Murphy bed for your bonus room? Look no further. We offer 3 things: best quality, best service, best warranty in the industry, bar none. Give us a call, set up an appointment, 612-598-3303, murphyoffice.com.
The kind of grassy area on the left side of the screen is where the Farragut ball fields are going. We're back around the north side of the lake now, and we can get another view of the island. And as we come a little bit closer to the south bank, you'll see where they're going to be building the new hotel that's going to be located in Eastport. Let's head a little farther north again to just below Monarch Grove, where the village of Wellpoint is being built, and we'll also take a look at the Bexley Bridge. We're actually looking at the village of Oak Hollow right now, and they've just started work on the Oak Hollow Championship course. This is another 18 or 27 hole championship golf course that will be in this area. As we rotate around slowly, we'll get a good look at the village of Wellpoint and the area just south of Monarch Grove. They've started taking down some of the fencing in Monarch Grove so that they can do site work a little bit closer to the property line. There's water in some of these new retention ponds, but I don't believe they're filling them yet. I believe that's just some residue from all the rain that we've recently had. McNeil Drive is being built on the south side of these 3 retention ponds and between the 2 at the top of the screen. You can see the water lines going in some of the residential streets and along McNeil Drive. We're coming up now on the location for the Saint-Tropez Recreation Center. Surprisingly, nothing was said about this during the evening with the developer, about this rec center, or about too much of anything else that's new coming up. They did offer this, though.
But we would save those things. I mean, in the old days, I'd come to these meetings and I'd say, I had to stand up there with my legal pad and I'd say, this is what you're going to see, and here's what the headline in tomorrow's newspaper is going to be, and it was so much fun because we had these aha moments at these meetings all the time. Well, that's been taken away from us, right? I mean, there's drones flying all over this place. Have you seen them? Yeah.
Sorry about that, Mark. I'm just offering up what's simply public information. Yes, there are others flying drones, but I don't think they're nearly as accurate as I am in telling people what's going on. So here's the Bexley Bridge going over the turnpike. Yes, it's done, but please stay off of it. There's nothing to go to at this point. We'll rotate around and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yes, there are some cart paths, but they do dead end. Bexley Trail does continue down, but it's not nearly ready, and the golf cart paths don't go all the way down either. There's still a whole lot of area here that they haven't really started construction on yet, but I don't think that'll last too much longer. By the end of summer, this whole area will be crawling with construction workers. An executive course and a pitch and putt are going in along the side of the turnpike. I'll head back now towards Monarch Grove, and we'll take another low pass over the area where the Saint-Tropez Recreation Center will be built. Corbin Trail will be extended out of Monarch Grove and head south to just north of Eastport, where it'll curve to the left and meet up with Bexley Trail at the traffic circle by the Farragut ball fields. Let's jump across to the other side of the turnpike to Lake Denham and Dabney and see how the work is going on down there. At the north end of Lake Denham is the Mickey Lee and Jubilee golf courses and the Franklin Recreation Center. We'll get back to Franklin in just a minute. As the title goes, things sure grow faster down here in the south end. The Village of Lake Denham is certainly no exception. This place has gone crazy. The way they're building is unbelievable. This seems faster than normal, but that could just be my perception at this point. In the upper right-hand corner of the screen is the intersection of the Turnpike and County Road 470. I can't believe it's already down this far. I know a lot of people are excited to use Megison Road to get to the Turnpike, but I've timed it, and basically, if you don't live in the Village of Hawkins or south on this side of the Turnpike, it's going to be faster to either go to 301 or go to 470 like you did in the past to get on the Turnpike. You can see on the south side of Megison, the walking and biking path continues on and goes through this nice little wetlands and wooded area. It kind of winds its way through left and right, and then it gets to this kind of T in the road where it looks like it might go to 470, but it also breaks off to the left. I don't know what that's about yet. I'm still looking into it. We'll figure it out eventually. As we come up on the intersection of Megison and 470, we can see that the gatehouse is just about done, and lots of traffic coming in and out. We're going to go up a little bit higher and stretch our legs just to the ends of my vision, and we can look into the Village of Dabney. And you can see there's still quite a bit going on. There's the Dabney Recreation Area at the top. That's Unit 84. And we'll turn back around and head back. This little wooded wetlands area definitely has a lot of potential. It'll be interesting to see how they develop it in the very near future. We'll fly over the south end of the Village of Dabney, and you can see there's lots of homes under construction now. It is interesting that we haven't seen a Continuing the Dream insert in the newspaper since February. Information from the developer seems to have dried up. I don't know what's going on. You'll still continue to get information from me as I continue to dig it up and share it with you. I almost forgot. The ice cream social we had at Darlin's at Sawgrass Grove had about 22 people show up. It was a good time. We had a chance to talk and chat and definitely enjoy some Zanzibar chocolate ice cream. I'll be doing it again in June. Stay tuned for the next video to find out when it will be. Here's a quick trip around the Franklin Recreation Center. Man, this thing is close to opening. Of course, you can't see in the windows now. They put cardboard up so nobody could look in. Don't know why they did that. I guess they want to keep their secrets. Anyway, the grounds look gorgeous. The recreation center is beautiful from the outside. From what I saw 2 weeks ago on the inside, it looks gorgeous. It's going to be a welcome addition to this part of the Villages. If you're building a home in the Lake Denham, Dabney, or Middleton area, and you need somebody to watch the construction for you and take pictures and let you know what's going on, go to my website, goldwingnut.com, and look at the Our Services tab and send me your information and we can arrange a special custom package just for you. Or talk to your sales agent and they can arrange it and they'll get a discount for you. This rec center should be opening any day now. Alright, let's drop back down to the south again, and we're going to take a look at Middleton and see all that's happening down there. This is one of the main roads coming out of the residential area in Middleton. This bridge is quite attractive. It was a nice architectural feature they did, and they're getting ready to build a guard shack right here. There's a bunch of stub-ups for all the conduit and electrical work. And just beyond it is one of 3 parks that they're building. It's got its own swimming pool, and it appears to have a mail station, as well as many other amenities for this area. This area is Phase 2 of Middleton. No houses have started yet, but I'm sure it won't be long. This is phase 1. We'll go in and take a quick look at their park and swimming pool and mail station. This is the home warranty and construction office building. And as we rotate around just a little bit more, we see the dog park for here in Middleton. As we swing back around, you can see many of the yards are now sodded, and they're getting close to being ready for occupancy. This is the K through 8 school. It has its own athletic facilities also. Where the clump of trees is in the cleared area is another park that's going in, and I believe that's going to be phase 3 of Middleton. This area right here is going to be apartments, and just above it will be some what's either townhomes or duplexes. This is the early learning facility. Of the 3 school buildings that are being built here, this one seems to be the farthest behind. These 3 buildings are some of the many commercial buildings that are being built in Middleton for their downtown district. I spotted this awning not too long ago, and I couldn't figure out what it is. Here's a close-up of it. It's definitely a permanent feature. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it. Let's go over and look at the courtyard in the high school. They're making progress on it. Obviously, there's still a lot to go. August 10th is when they're supposed to open this school. It should be a very interesting couple of months as they continue to work. We'll zip on over to the football stadium and take a look at it. The field looks great. The stands they're still working on. Every time I go by there's people working in the stands. Don't know what they're doing. The baseball field, it looks incredible also. These young people are going to have an incredible place to go to school. They've got a practice putting green for their golf team and a softball field that's also the artificial turf. Absolutely phenomenal. We'll take a look around and gain some altitude so we get a better long shot. This is Moultrie Creek and the Shallow Creek Golf Course. Zooming in, this is the location for the country club for Shallow Creek. Here's a little better view of the parking lot for the country club. You can see a bunch of the sand traps on the Shallow Creek Country Club. Things are coming along slowly but surely. There's a lot of people here in the Villages really infatuated with these championship courses. I really don't get it. I mean, the scores they shoot, I can easily do that on any executive course here in the Villages. I don't have any problem with making those scores. And I can do it in 9 holes without any problem whatsoever. Here's another look at the high school courtyard as we make our way over to the K through 8 school. Don't go away just because the credits are rolling right now. There's still one more segment to this video. I just wanted to make sure that my sponsors were properly thanked. Without them, I couldn't do these videos. In Middleton, the high school gets all the attention. It's very large, very gorgeous. But don't sell the K through 8 short. It's gorgeous, it's a little bit smaller, but still an amazing facility. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even recognize how gorgeous it was until I took this flight right down Dr. Randy McDaniel Drive into the front of the school. It is truly a gorgeous facility from the outside. Now let's get to the last segment. In the last video, I did a motorcycle ride, and I showed you all the video. I got a lot of questions about what kind of trike, or was I riding a Spider? Neither one. I actually ride a motorcycle. So this time, I took 3 cameras. I put one on my helmet, one that was unstabilized, and the one that I used last time that is stabilized. You get to see all 3 of those side by side in this video. I was never speeding in this video, but I'm not afraid to accelerate real hard. I like the pull of the acceleration. Many people who have never ridden a motorcycle don't realize a motorcycle has to lean through every turn, and above a certain speed, you have to do what's called counter steering. You turn the handlebars in the opposite direction you want the motorcycle to go. The physics of counter steering, though, are much too involved to get into here. The sounds you're hearing are actually those of the motorcycle. The microphones in the camera eliminate the wind sound, so all you really hear is the sound of the motorcycle engine. Yes, it sounds like a sewing machine in my opinion. It's a Goldwing, it's not a Harley. And for all you Harley riders that want to give me a hard time about it being a rice burner, well, it was built in Ohio, so keep up if you can. Going into this traffic circle, you can see how much the motorcycle's leaning. I'm going to go all the way around the full 360. If you look at the left camera, you see how much the horizon is tilting. That's the motorcycle. It'll go a lot farther than that, and sometimes I actually drag a little metal going around these traffic circles just for fun. I've been riding motorcycles for over 46 years, so throwing 900 pounds of motorcycle through these turns like this is just fun to me. Yes, the motorcycle really is as quiet as it sounds in this video. There's about another minute left in this video of the motorcycle ride. After that, it's the credits. If you want to see more of the motorcycle ride, stay tuned for after the credits. I put another 5 minutes or so on there. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like the video, click on the like button. And if you dislike it, tell me you really dislike it. Hit that dislike button twice. I'm Don Wiley. Have a good day and enjoy each day as it comes. Life is very short, so make it as sweet as possible. I never get tired of these traffic circles. They're so much fun. I just wish every once in a while they'd go in the opposite direction.